Alright everybody, this is the Simple Bass Flies for Beginner Fly Tire Series number 2. That's a long name, I know, but it's all for the algorithm, right? You can see my face. You'll see my face after. Alright, so this is going to be a super simple fly. The star of the show though, AHREX GB Swimbait in size 1. If you have the size 2, it's a little smaller. Go ahead, it's just a lot easier to work with these hooks the bigger they are, because we get so little shank, right? I'm gonna put this in the vise just like that. Alright, it's gonna be super, we're pretty much tying a clouser on this hook. That's all we're doing. The only thing you might have trouble with if you're a beginner is the dumbbell eyes that we're gonna put on this fly. But I will leave a link to a YouTube video that I believe is by Tightline Videos. That's a really good tutorial on dumbbell eyes, and it's like 2 minutes long, so go check it out if you have trouble with that. If not, we're going to continue here. And another essential is just some really good bucktail, because what we're going to do is, because we're going to cover this gap, it's really hard to use like something like this. I mean, you could get away with it barely, but that's why we want this nice full bucktail. So pick out your bucktail, right? Okay, let me get started. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit and we'll go through this pretty quickly. All right, first thing I'm gonna do, start my thread back here. I'm gonna create a little thread bump right here. Then I'm gonna move my thread forward and create another little thread bump right there. I'm going to stick a little bit of fabric glue all up in that. And if you've seen a couple, oh actually I don't know if I've done a video with, yeah I have, I've done one, but what I'm going to say I haven't said before. These hooks are really back heavy. So if I just tie bucktail on it with no weight up here or maybe down here, they're just gonna, you know, kind of ride like this because this is so back heavy. So you can counter that, which I've done before, like running a zonker here and putting some foam right here to kind of level it out. Or we can weight the front, which is what we're gonna do for this fly. I need to stop talking so much. Okay, these are dumbbell eyes in medium, I believe, with red pupils, just for the YouTubes. I'm gonna flip this hook over actually. It's really hard for me to do this with y'all able to see, so this is where y'all can go check out that other video real quick. Just come back to this one if you haven't put dumbbell eyes on a fly before. So okay, I say we are good. Now, white bucktail. Real nice long piece of white bucktail. Maybe a little thinner than you think, because we really want this thing to wag. And I'm going to tie this in just like I'm tying a clouser, so I'm going to come up before these dumbbell eyes. Trap my thread down and then come up behind the dumbbell eyes. And this kind of flared out tail is just what you're gonna get, because I don't know if you can see that. The bucktail splits at the hook right here. It's gonna flare out on either side, and that's just, I mean, that's what we're gonna get. But That's okay. Next we're gonna throw in some flash. This is just some good old crystal flash. I'm gonna take like 3 strands of it. Tie that in. Now we've got a little bit of flash, and I'm gonna change it up and actually use some Kelly green for the top of this fly. If I can find any fibers long enough. There's a little weedless clouser. Now, it's just a clouser, which we know those are super effective. So I was gonna just do a clouser for the second baitfish pattern of the series, but really, I would rather throw this all day than a clouser, just because you're gonna get so much more fish on this because of where you can cast this thing. I mean, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but the thing is freaking weedless in the water, I'm telling you. You've heard me, if you've seen my other videos tying on this hook, just a bigger like musky style fly. Actually, I tied a bass popper on this hook. You know what, this is the beginners. You guys can go find that if you want. And there's other super simple. I just chose the bucktail because it's probably something everybody's got laying around. This is like the same thing with a zonker. Yeah, weedless clouser. Tie it up. You can easily throw this on a 6 or 7, maybe a 5, depending on the 5, but I'd throw this on my 7. Get those dumbbell eyes pretty even, and tie it up. So this is the second baitfish pattern of the series. So we're done with baitfish for now. Next few videos we're going to move on to crayfish and some poppers. So thank you for watching, everybody. Weedless clouser, super simple and easy bass fly. Throw it straight in the weeds, straight into logs, straight on rocks. It's not going to get snagged. Well, it'll get snagged sometimes, just not 70% of the time. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time on another episode of The Everyday Angler.